Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing as the Ottoman Empire. So before we get started in today's episode, I did have two announcements I'd like to make. So the first one is there will not be a video on Sunday. Instead, there'll be a video on Monday. You know, we don't typically have those Monday episodes, and that is because of Father's Day. So I have Sunday where I don't have to do anything, you know, I don't have to work, I don't have to do anything on Sunday. And my wife also had the day off because she always has Sundays off. She doesn't work Sundays. That's her one kind of designated day off. However, she did schedule herself to work this Sunday of all Sundays, which I say scheduled herself because she's the manager now. She got promoted a little while back. I don't think I've ever mentioned that in any of these series I do, but we did mention it in our It Takes Two series. Yeah, we try not to work or do anything like that, record or anything like that on Mother's Day and Father's Day. We typically kind of make a big deal about it or whatever. Like this year, all I said was her best Mother's Day. We made a big deal about the Mother's Day this year. But yeah, so we're doing it on Saturday instead of Sunday. I think my wife just forgot that it was Father's Day, so I'm not going to give her too much shit about it. Effectively, the only change here is that instead of having video on Sunday, we'll have it on Monday. The second announcement is that if you're a patron, then I'm going to be putting up a new patron poll this weekend for the next series, and this one's going to be over which game you want us to play here on the channel. Typically, we already have the game selected for those polls, and then we do the campaign. You know, in the case of HOI4, which country we're going to be playing as, maybe even which direction we'll be going as that country. But with this poll, we're going to have which game we're going to be playing, because I could really see playing anything. There's no DLCs coming out right now, so there's no reason to play any specific game, and none of my series with any specific game have been like more popular than any of the others. So yeah, I don't really have any reason to play, say, HOI4 or CK3 over any other game. So we're going to have a poll over which game we're going to play for the next series. HOI4 will be an option. CK3 will be an option as well. And I'm also going to do a third option, but I haven't decided what that'll be just yet. But yeah, that poll will be up either Saturday or Sunday would be the plan when I put that up there. And so yeah, if you're a patron, make sure you go vote, because I wanted to get this a little bit early, since we might have to have two polls, one for which game we play and then the second one for which country you play as. So putting it up a little bit early. I know we have several more videos before this series ends. So yeah, if you're a patron, go head on over to Patreon and vote. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode where we're going to be starting with the construction here. We've gotten just infrastructure currently building, mostly in Russia, trying to get their autonomy down. We're going to go ahead and build some radar. We're going to build all the way up here, and then I guess all the way up here just because they're almost done with it, so might as well build it there. And then maybe all the way up right there as well. So yeah, we'll get that radar going. We already got the radar high level there. We could build more higher level radar here. It looks like we already have it. Yeah, we did do that already. Alright, so we got all that constructed. Well, I guess we can do the higher level radar right there then. And I think that's good. Yeah, we can only do the level 1 in Australia, which they already have built across their territory. So that's good for the radar. The other thing we need is refineries for the rubber, guys. Rubber's one of the many resources we're very, very short on. So let's build up these refineries. Don't really need the oil, of course, but yeah, we can always use the rubber, guys. These are not core territory, so we don't want to build there. So yeah, we want to focus on our core territory. So yeah, we got all these 60% here that we built up. I'm surprised we didn't build that one up. Well, let's build it up just for good measure then. Up to level 6. I know the supply doesn't have to go through there. Just in case, because you never know what supply is going to do, because it doesn't always make a whole lot of sense. Again, super excited for the supply, the new supply system. That's really exciting. As I said earlier in the series, I feel like that's one of the things this game has needed for a really long time. So we got both of these knockdowns. So yeah, I'm really glad that they're finally working on it. Let's go ahead and continue getting some passive bonus that would help with any ships that we have. But another thing we can go ahead and start doing, I just don't know we'll ever build them, but I suppose we could. We only need one more tech for the 1944 destroyers, but you need all these other equipment techs. And if I was to build anything, I'd prefer to just build some light cruisers. But again, you need a lot of stuff for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one of our research slots just dedicated to getting us naval techs. Let me see if there's anything else we need though before I start doing that. I could always build some heavier planes. Yeah, I mean we have the factories to build them. I could also build some amphibious stuff, some things to help us out in our invasions. But for now, let's just work on a naval tech here. We're gonna go ahead and start getting all the cruiser stuff. I don't know if we'll ever build them, but I mean we're at 1946 here, and we haven't been investing in the fleet at all. Oh yes, I did forget we need to declare war on this guy, so let's go ahead and do that. I forgot last episode too. Again, this is going to be a nice, easy conflict. It shouldn't be too difficult. Just seeing where we're sitting on participation. We're at 31%. I did not look at the casualties we called last episode. We're at 111,000 for ourselves, so I think we lost like 10,000 last episode. 176,000 to the South Africans, but the British is what we want to see here. 2.2 million casualties. Oh, that's what the Germans cost. We did 1.6 million. Yeah, the Germans have done quite a bit of damage to the British overall. Alright, so let's go ahead and have just everybody attack. Again, this is overkill with the units here. Well, there is nothing else to do with them. Just send all these guys, I suppose, into this territory. Yeah, and all these guys will go into this one. This is the one unit we have to fight here. And I think that'll be all the territory. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We should have sent the tank to their capital here. So yeah, should be able to get them knocked out very easily. They actually have 2 units. Okay. Let's have these guys go over here. Yeah, nice, easy, quick conflict. We've already started working on the next justification, which is here. It'll be done on the 1st of February, excuse me. So yeah, let's just take the whole Red Army and put them all here as well. Again, it's definitely overkill. But what else are we going to do with those units right now? I really just want to focus on getting these invasions done. And we see if they're ready to invade. They are. Alright, so let's go and send them. And hopefully one of those 2 invasions is successful. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit surprised that they lost that first one. I did not expect that to happen. But I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, because where else are they going to put all their units? They have nowhere else to put them. So yeah, we now have the cipher done on the British again. What we could do is use the cipher to ensure that we succeed here. Let's just see if we don't, though. If we don't, then the next invasion I will. But for right now, let's see if we can do it without using the cipher, because I'd prefer to keep the passive bonuses. It's going to be really helpful here in the Caribbean. Battling the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy. It'd be very useful having that. So we are in the intel mode here, and I want to look at that. I'm going to look at our invasion. Alright, so the next thing we're going to use our batch of political power for will be annexing Afghanistan. Tell me one of these will be successful. This one is not. It's close. Maybe. Yeah. This one's not defended at all. And that'll give us a ton of aluminum as well. And speaking of Afghanistan, we can already do that. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do, reduce them down to the integrated subject. And then we can straight away just go ahead and give them all of the convoys they need in order to get them annexed. Let's do a one shot here, and rather than increasing it like that, let's just type it in. We'll give them like 2,000. And that easily gets them, so you don't even need to do that much, frankly. Maybe 1,600 would probably be enough. Yeah, and that's plenty enough as well. 1,500 then. Again, we get them all back, so it's not that matters that much, but yeah, we'll do one shot of 1,500 just so we can get them annexed next. And then I think all of our subjects are annexed, right? That we want to. Because yeah, Australia and Russia, I was going to keep them as subject territories. We could, I guess, make them into integrated subjects, I suppose. That'd be an option. Oh, and I did forget that we landed here successfully. Let's go ahead and do some attacks here. Forgot all about this, got distracted with unimportant things. So yeah, we'll have the tanks go this way. We'll just have an infantry unit go right there. And then just get across this river with everything we have. We'll probably send a few infantry units over this way. But yeah, we just need to get across that river. I'm surprised 2 units were able to stop us. They don't have any forts or anything. Wow. We are not very good at naval invasions, apparently. Yeah, that's surprising. Where did the rest of those troops go? Did they go all far away? I bet they did. Let's have them come over here. Could have them go into this location, but I'm worried about supply, which is probably going to be an issue. So we will not have them come over here, though this might be multiple supply regions. It is. But even then, we're going to probably have to split our force up here. So yeah, I think it'd be best to just have the 12 units here, and we can go and start building this up now because you already know that we're going to need to. Infrastructure has already been increased here. That's why there's so much aluminum here. The British probably haven't had anything to build for some time. So let's go and start working on all the other stuff we'll need, the radar being one and the port being the other. And we'll just build them all the way up. I don't think there's anything else we'll need here. Oh yes, an airbase. So I'll throw that up to the top as well. All right, excellent. So yeah, we'll get all those builds. Focus our factories on that. We did get across the river here, right? No, we did not. They defeated us. God damn it. All right, so we gotta try again. I'll send these troops here as well. Looks like that should be successful now. I'm surprised they failed in that, actually. I think it was just they weren't reinforcing fast enough. All right, so let's go grab this area behind here. Huh. Oh, and this also went into German hands. That's not desirable. Sick of the Germans getting on the territory that I work for. Because they have all these claims everywhere. Because, you know, the British have their territory. You know what? I wonder if getting this airbase would help us here. But yeah, I'm tired of taking their territory for them because, you know, the British control all that you know, former German territory. So, what do we need here? Is there anything we need? I guess we'd always build more strategic bombers. Yeah, there's really not much that we need here, and I'm hesitant to get anything that's going to require aluminum because aluminum is such an issue for us. I mean, there's really nothing that we need, though. But we'll keep the factories working, I suppose. So maybe just upgrading, like, infantry equipment. I mean, I guess we got so much of that. Could upgrade artillery. Just see where we're... Maybe pull back on that, actually. Go up to 10 times there. And we have a lot of stuff. How are we doing on motorized? We got a lot of that as well. There's really nothing that we need. So yeah, we'll just keep on bumping into planes. Oh, well, no. Aluminum. Aluminum's the problem. Maybe we won't even assign factories anymore, guys. Yeah, I think we're done assigning factories. I don't see any reason to, because I don't think we're going to be expanding the campaign, guys. You know, going into Asia, or going into a war against the Central Powers. If we're going to go to war with the Central Powers, we should have did that early on. We would have, you know, focused on that early on. If we attack them here, then we have to go into Asia. It means in order to be able to get a peace treaty, we have to invade from Sinking into China. And then from there, we have to do an invasion of Japan. Of course, they'll likely get all control of this territory here because they would have success, I think, coming down here if we started attacking China this way. And we just have to hope we can get to the coast so that we can do an invasion of Japan. And frankly, I just don't want to get involved in Asia. That was really never a focus of this campaign. So yeah, I'm not really interested in getting involved in the Asian theater. I'm really surprised those 2 divisions are stopping us here. And attacking the Central Powers, that would take a while. That'd be a long conflict. And this has not been like the most popular series or anything. It's done okay when it comes to the views. Yeah, I've been trying to keep my series, my campaigns, particularly with HOI4, more contained. I just don't like where every single one of our campaigns was turning into like almost a world conquest. Maybe not quite a world conquest, of course. I don't even do world conquest exactly. I think we've only done it like once. Why are we not able to assign all these guys? There we go. We'll get them all assigned to that, although we're probably going to do multiple invasions here. Let's just take this tank unit and have him come over here. And yeah, we'll just kind of island hop all the way over there. There we go. I must have been not clicking on it right. So yeah, we're going to send half and half, I think. Although this one's probably a little bit better defended, so maybe you might want to have it be slightly uneven. Maybe have 5 and 7, perhaps? Yeah. Yeah, I would assume that they would be a little bit more defended there since there's all those resources here. You got the oil while there's nothing here. Okay, so yeah, they'll get those invasions planned. We'll want to give them some air support too, so we'll start moving planes over there. We have all these over here in Turkey. So we're going to start moving. What to do 2 air wings for now? We do want to get these trained up though. So let's go and move the ones that don't need to be trained and get them helping us out here. Do air superiority, and then we'll wait to move the rest, I suppose. But what we can do is go ahead and train up everybody else that's here. Get them training, and then we'll also want to do the same in this one. We already have 1 close air support that is ready to go. So we'll actually have some air support for these invasions. So they should be a little bit easier. And we should never get stymied, considering the fact that we have strategic bombers now and we have nuclear bombs. So we can always use those if we need to. So I guess we can go and start working on like tactical bombers and heavy fighters and such. We don't really need them, but why not? There's not really a whole lot else to get. Let's go ahead and... they almost have that 1 plane built. So you might as well let them finish it, I suppose. There we go. And then we'll get the next one building. We are short on resources again. The steel is pretty short, so let's go and pull back on... Or we have extra, I meant, of the steel, so we're going to pull back on that. And then we need to get a little bit more rubber. Now, we are building some refineries for that, so I won't worry too much about having a -4 here. But again, the aluminum is the real issue. Just so short on the aluminum. It would have been really nice if we could have taken this, the 120 aluminum there. We got the 128 here, so it's at least something. Oh, interesting. So they did end up joining our enemies. Alright, it doesn't affect us at all. Well, it does. It affects our trade. They'll likely declare war on us, you would think. Although maybe not, because they're under threat here. So hopefully Germany has troops on the borders, which they do. So Germany's going to be invading into their territory. The Italians will be invading from this way. Again, it doesn't really have any effect on us. This could have quite a few effects in the future. Because not only do you have them joining, which we do want to say we don't need to see this here. But once they conquer them here, which one of the reasons why they joined was because they see the Central Powers as a threat. But yeah, if they do enter the war and get conquered, then you could see the same thing happen here with Spain, and then Spain might join. So we might see the conflict, drastically increasing in size here. Now, as of right now, we still just need to defeat Mexico. We're still sitting at 31% on the war participation. Let me just take a look, see when this is going to be done here. Alright, so we're at 10 to 24 days. I don't think we have our fleet over here just yet, so let's go ahead and get them moving to the Caribbean. And maybe focusing a little bit less on certain other areas here now. Yeah, let's have them... Maybe go to the Mid-Atlantic as well. And maybe not worry about the North Atlantic Ridge at all. Yeah, that's good. We do have a ton of submarines, guys, so let's go and get them all assigned. We can actually do like very large task force now because we have so many of these. I just completely forgot to get these all assigned here last episode. So this will help us seize control of the seas. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, just going throughout these large submarine task force, get them out there raiding. We'll do a 10, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do one over here because I'm going to be increasing their area of operation. They're going to cover that for us now. And maybe even do a whole nother one of 10 for them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I really wish they had, I guess I could have just split this because it was exactly 20. I really wish they had the number that counts, you know, how many units you have selected, as they do with land units. You know, when we look at a land unit here and we have, you know, 1 unit, you know, it tells us how many you have selected. I wish they did the same thing with ships. That sure would be nice. And then this last one will be over here. All right, excellent. So we got more modern submarines out there helping us out. Do we want to merge any of these at all? That's fine for now. So now we're operating over here. As the airbase gets built up, we're going to send them more planes. We already know we have 1 close air support that can be brought to help us out here. We're going to have them doing the close air support rather than naval strike for right now. We will want to send some to naval strike though. We could do the invasion now. Oh no, we don't have the planning done just yet, so we have to wait. But yeah, we're going to wait anyway until I got this airbase built. At least 1 more level. Now, as far as how many planes they have here, they don't have any. Okay. Now, we did get that maintenance company. I think that's it over here. Yeah, because we're not using the signal companies. So yeah, we're done there. I mean, there's really not a whole lot that we need anymore. It's just Mexico that we're trying to get knocked out of this conflict. So I suppose we could just work on naval techs. Could even, you know, try and get the tactical bombers going now. Why not? Just research those. I don't think we'll build them until we have a little bit higher level for each of those. And they actually do have their fleet over here. That's surprising. I'm glad we still have some planes helping us out there. I was going to move all the planes out. I'm glad I didn't. Oh, well, that's right. They have these guys in here now. So that's going to change it up a little bit. Interesting, if they have any ships that survived, which I highly doubt they do, but any ships that survived in the Mediterranean, then they would now have a port to go hide in. Alright, so yeah, that's something to consider. So you might want to put more planes here, maybe even put some right there for that fleet. Yeah, I might want to do that. In fact, we have naval bombers, why not just put some of them out there now? We got like I think we have a stockpile of naval bombers. We should. I mean, we've been building them for a while now, but we also had some pretty high shortages for a time. Here we go. Yeah, we got plenty though. So I was going to move these guys, get them over here. We'll also go ahead and give them a fighter wing to help them out. Some fighter 3s here. All right, excellent. As for these guys here, let's increase these naval bombers up to by 100, and then over here with these naval bombers, let's do the same. All right, excellent. Also, we still have these planes over here I never did move out, so might want to go ahead and get those moving. We'll keep the naval bombers there around the Cape of Africa, just to help, I suppose. But the rest of them we will move. So let's move these guys over to here. And then the fighters will also be getting moved here. We'll need to train these up here. So we'll set them up to train once they arrive. All right, so we should only have, yeah, we should just have the 100 bombers here. Though this is close air support. We'll keep the close air support there though. It's fine. We could put naval bombers there instead, but yeah, I don't think they're doing much over there anyways. Is there any other areas where we might want to bomb from? Could bomb from here. I don't know if there's any. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any ships going through here, so you don't really need to. Surprised we haven't seen any of these British invasions. Did they all just fail? Yeah, they might have all just failed. We also aren't decrypting anything, so let's go and work on Colombia, one of our new enemies, and then we'll want to do them next if they're not conquered by that point, which they very well might be. Oh yes, also, we're going to do the more ground crews here. So we're just waiting for the airbase to get built up here. And there we go. We're going to put some naval bombers over there. I don't know if we have any that are currently trained. No. So we can just move some from the stockpile. So yeah, let's go and do that now. Although, let me just see what we have here. We have close air support there. I prefer to have naval bombers there, honestly. So, you know, let's go ahead and put some naval bombers over here. Yeah, I think that would be wise. Since this is an area where we're going to be attacking their fleets. So we'll do 200 here. Doing that naval strike right there. And then you know what? We will keep the closed air support here and just have them do this area then. Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, I do think there'll be some traffic going to this area, so I think it'd be useful to have some naval bombers over there. So yeah, we're able to sink all those convoys. Our submarines are having some success there already. We never did put the naval bombers here, so let's go ahead and do that. You know, guys, we do not have enough for a full 200 of the naval bomber 3s. I think we're going to change this up. I should have done that one first. I made a mistake. So with these guys, let's just delete this here, since you can't move units that are deploying. Because yeah, I feel like you gotta have the best naval bombers here, since this is the main area that we're fighting. So it just makes sense to use the better naval bombers here. So I want a full air wing for these. All right, excellent. So let's get them doing the naval strike over here. We'll make use of this airbase here to put like 100 naval bombers there or whatever. But for now, let's do this one first. Since again, this is, I think, a high traffic area. So I do want a good chunk of bombers here. So we'll go and move 200 over there, and they just won't all be modern. That's fine. And then we'll put like a few over here, like 100 of just older naval bombers. Whatever we got left. I don't even know how we're looking on our supplies. Huh, that's interesting. Alright, well yeah, let's just go and do... I thought we put all the 3s over there. Maybe not. Did I mess it up? Take a look here. No, I didn't mess it up. That must have been different naval bomber 3s. Okay, so we have the bombers all set up here. We're just going to wait until we get them here. And they'll deploy here on the 18th of December, so the next day. When do we get this war goal? Let's just take a peek real quick. It'll be in February. Alright, so yeah, having some success bombing here. Excuse me, our submarines are having success. The naval bombers aren't here just yet. Actually, they are here now. Okay, so we can go ahead and do these invasions now. If we have control of the seas, which we do not, we'll just go ahead and send them. And then whenever they get control, they can launch those. Now they do have their whole fleet here we got to contend with. I would assume that some of the British ships, I guess, would be over there in the Indian Ocean. So perhaps not the entire fleet is here. It's really hard to say where they have their ships. I guess we can look over there and see what they got over here. They have a few. Yeah, the majority of the Navy probably is, the British fleet probably is over here. Sinking a lot of convoys throughout here. Alright, excellent, so that's good news. Yeah, a lot of troop convoys that were getting sunk through there. So just killing large numbers of troops here. Got the Wolfpacks, again, just increasing those submarines, getting them as good as we possibly can. Now let's get that advanced submarine warfare there. And so yeah, we just need to get control here, even briefly, so that we can do this invasion. So we're going to keep sending ships over there in the hope that we can get control of the sea here. And we could pull back on the regions we're covering in, but yeah, I think all the regions we're currently in, we should keep them in. We're doing good casualties there. We are actually seeing our naval bombers helping now. They've bombed a Cuban convoy. Yeah, getting some of those convoys sunk. I'm assuming those are troop convoys. Can't see any battles happening here, but yeah, I would say it's safe to assume those are probably troop convoys traveling around. We got our ships here repairing up. And we also got a little bit of a surface fleet from the Romanians. Okay, but that's interesting. We could send them over here. I don't think they would help much. Could send them over there, though. I guess if we really can't get control, you could just send them over there just to die or whatever. They have some manpower on them, so you could disband them for the manpower, but there's really not a whole lot of manpower on those. Yeah, having some success getting all these convoys sunk. Yeah, a lot of convoys being sunk. I imagine that our enemies might be coming over here to southern France to pump troops there in preparation for when they go and join the war. If they join the war, they might be very hesitant to do so. But yeah, if we can't get control of the sea here, we can't do the invasions. Alright, we'll just keep on pumping like planes over there, because that'll help. And let's just take a look, see how we're doing in the sky. They still haven't put anybody over here. So I don't feel like we're going to put the fighters there just yet. We're going to move some close air support over here, and they will do naval bombing until we do the invasions, in which case we'd have them help out with the invasion support. But yeah, we need to be bombing their fleet. So let's go ahead and move one of the close air support wings that is done training on over to here. And have them doing the naval strike. Could do the port strike, but I don't know if they're going to have anybody in those ports. We'll keep those ones, the one close air support doing the close air support mission, since we might not be over here when the invasion launches. Also, there are all these convoy battles happening here. Again, I'm assuming most of these are troop convoys. Some of them might be resources. Speaking of resources, I wonder if the situation has changed at all now that they have joined the enemy faction, so like their trade relations might be different. So we might not be able to get as much from them. I'm not seeing any notifications about that, so apparently not. We're still able to get all the aluminum we're getting from them. But look at how much we're getting from you know, southern France here. I mean, if they end up going to war with us, we'll have to start trading with the British, or excuse me, with the Americans, which means that we're gonna have a lot of convoys going across the Atlantic. Now, I don't know if our enemies have any like submarines to really stop that. The British don't have a huge submarine fleet. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to cause any issues there. Look at what we're doing over here, man. This is like devastating. And we are sinking a huge number of convoys here. Yeah, just very, very successful. We got that cruiser hull. Again, I'm not going to build anything until we have the hulls and the equipment. So I don't know. We'll build anything at all. But I don't know how long this is going to take over here. Again, it's such a pain in the butt invading into the Americas. I was trying to avoid doing it this campaign. I was really hoping that we wouldn't have to invade into the Americas, because that was, you know, I talked earlier about trying to make it so our campaigns don't always result in us having these huge long campaigns where we fight all over the world and invade Japan and America every single time, the Soviets every single time. Just trying to keep them a little bit more focused is something I've been trying to do with the HOI4 campaigns. They're not as long, where they're going like way past a large number of viewers like desire to watch. Like, you know, not everybody wants to watch a 40 campaign series. Shoot, a lot of people won't watch past like, you know, a few videos, let alone 30. And so yeah, I'd say the majority kind of start dropping off around this period. About 20 something videos is when a lot of viewers will abandon a series. I feel like less than 20 videos is probably a bit short for a HOI4 series. I'd say I prefer at the end around 20 something videos. I feel like that's a good number. So I've been trying to make that happen. And make it so we aren't always doing the same thing, always invading the United States, you know, every damn campaign or whatever. And so yeah, I was trying to avoid us invading the US in this one. But obviously that was unsuccessful attempt, because, you know, we're not invading the United States, I suppose, but, you know, we're invading into North America, which I was, again, trying to avoid this, because when you have a campaign where you don't build a fleet like this one, or you don't focus on the naval aspect at all, it just becomes difficult to do the invasions. You know, you have to do this. You have to leapfrog in there, and then, you know, use your submarines, use your planes. It's just kind of time consuming, and we've done it so many times, like so many times. So I've been trying to avoid doing it. So I was very fortunate when Mexico and Britain allied, because I knew we were going to fight the British, because we had to go into Africa and in the Middle East. So I knew we were going to fight the British in the campaign. So I was really bummed out when they decided to join the Mexican faction. Although I guess it's better than them having joined a faction with the United States, because as of right now, America has stayed, the U.S. has stayed out of the conflict. I am worried about them joining, though, with us getting involved down here. But yeah, it's just, you know, you can't really rely on the AI to do anything. They did successfully invade there, although I don't think they invaded there. I think they got that from France. Yeah, that was French island there. So I think that they took that from France when they defeated them. So I think that's what happened there. Because remember, France was never part of the Mexico British faction. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Man, just look at this. We are causing insane numbers of casualty here, but not bombing any surface ships. We haven't even seen any here. So this means that all this convoy raiding we're doing, there's some right there. Yeah, all this convoy bombing we're doing is great for killing their men, but it's not helping us do these invasions at all. Alright, well, at least we can do something while we wait for that. But yeah, we have killed so many. There's 2 destroyers sunk. Another destroyer sunk right there. But yeah, we killed so many people in the sea. Like, how many Cubans have we killed? We definitely have to look at the casualties this episode, because it's like, it's insane how many troops we just killed. Let's go and declare war here. They're guaranteeing them. Okay, so that might end up forcing them into the conflict. Which I'd prefer they get in the conflict and then Germany can get all those beautiful resources there for us. Then we trade with them for that, although their trade laws might not be quite as lenient. So they're currently sitting at limited exports. Yeah, they might be at the same thing. They're at export focus. Okay, so yeah, they're trading a lot more resources than Germany is. And so we might not be able to get as much. We're in the same faction, so we have higher trade relations, but yeah, we might not be able to get as much aluminum from the Germans as we can from them. So yeah, we're at war with the Congo here, so let's go ahead and get this invasion started. We want to hit them as hard as we can there, make sure we take control of that port so no more troops will come in here. And again, this is nice, easy conflicts with far too many units. Yeah, far too many units. Just not necessary. It's just ridiculous, but normally the problem with this, why you wouldn't want to do this, is because of supply issues, but because we built the infrastructure so high here, all throughout Africa, it's not as much of an issue. So we have the supply. But yeah, we have to get this port before some units get over here. It looks like we should be able to get that. Alright, excellent. Yeah, they might have only had 1 unit. So yeah, nice easy conflict here. Get them knocked out. Still no invasion over here just yet. Yeah, just kind of stuck waiting. But if we can pump enough planes into the sky, then that could be the way to get the win as well. Yeah, we have a much larger airbase there. Do we have any more naval bombers to put over there? We do. Alright, so we'll put some more naval bombers here, guys. Because I think we only have the 1. So yeah, let's go and get some more naval bombers over here. And then we'll put, the rest will probably be close air support. Also probably want to get some more fighters here, too. So let's just find, actually, we don't need to do this. We can do it this way. We can just go ahead and duplicate. I think that'd probably be the better way to go about doing this. So let's also go ahead and duplicate the fighters here. And we could put more. Yeah, I can't put more there, so let's go ahead and duplicate them again. And then have them come over here. Alright, so yeah, just put a bunch of planes over there. Maybe that'll be how we get the win here. More planes, more submarines. Alright, so we have finished this up. Again, nice, easy conflict. So we could go and attack them. There's really no benefit to it other than, you know, getting more territory. We could even push further over here if we wanted to and just slowly take over all of Africa. And all this is helping us get in some war participation while we're largely not doing a whole lot that's helping us. Sinking those convoys doesn't do anything for us. Just crazy that we're sending this many troops on these damn invasions. Just imagine that many troops just rushing across your borders here. Little peaceful African country, just want to mind your own business. Just troops rushing across in at ridiculous numbers. With the dockyards, let's put these into the convoys for now, I suppose. And let's go and start justifying the war goal here now. Now, spend that political power. We do need the political power to get Afghanistan annexed, so maybe we want to stop right there until we get them annexed. I'm glad we're able to get the Middle East all annexed, though. Happy with that. I wasn't sure if we were going to get it done or not. Giving off those convoys has helped quite a bit. Because we just have a huge surplus of convoys. And they did actually... Oh wow, okay, I didn't know that. They did join the war, and I completely missed that. I guess that's when we declared war here as part of that guarantee. Yeah, they probably were in that conflict. And look at how quickly they capitulated. It was very quickly. However, that does mean that our aluminum was essentially non-existent. We weren't getting any aluminum. So let's go and trade with the Russians here. We'll also trade with the Germans since they got a bunch now. I don't know how much we need. Let's do one more Austria-Hungary here. Also, we need more steel. But yeah, I'd completely forgotten about the fact that that would cause those issues with the resources. I forgot that they were joining the war, I suppose, because of that guarantee. So yeah, they've been conquered. Now Germany has control of all of France, outside of Brittany here. And yeah, still just waiting on this damn invasion. And we got a surface ship sunk, so at least there's that. Having some success with that. What we could also do is take those destroyers and have them escort the fleet. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, we'll try doing that, because we're just trying to get control here. So we want them to escort in these two regions, see if that makes a difference. So yeah, they should start heading on over here. Now they don't have an admiral. That's fine. It's 8 destroyers, guys. It's really not much of a force here. 8 old destroyers too, I bet. Yeah, these are all level 1 destroyers here. So yeah, if we could just get control here and do these damn invasions, but we're sitting at 36.3%. Just not a big boost that we're getting here from the air superiority, 7.8%. Okay, it doesn't help too that they've mined it up a bit as well. So yeah, this is really not changing at all. And we just don't have enough coverage of the skies to effectively bomb the entire area. So we're kind of relying on the submarines to do it, and they're not great at getting naval supremacy. Oh, okay. I thought these guys were going into here. All right, so yeah, we see these British tanks going through here. Hope we can get those sunk. But yeah, we're just doing stupid amounts of damage out here. The casualties we're gonna cause to them in the sea here is ridiculous. We do have no divisions of basic training, so I guess we'll train some more. Not that we need them. I'll just train a bunch more tanks or whatever. Again, don't really need the units here. And I suppose what we could do is go ahead and take like the majority of these units here. Maybe leave like 5. And switch them over to the larger division design. But yeah, I just can't get control here, but eventually will. Eventually will. They'll pull their fleet back, or we'll do enough damage. One will have to go repair or something. Eventually we'll get it. In the meantime, we'll just continue sinking their convoys that are going across here. And a lot of traffic. Very heavy traffic going across the Caribbean and the Atlantic here. Into the Sea of Biscay. We killed a lot. But you know what? We're going to see a lot less traffic now that southern France is conquered. Yeah, I mean, you can already see it now. Quite a bit less traffic. But I wonder what kind of damage we did to them, during that little period of all that movement. When do we get the Wurgle here? On the 4th of June. So able to do that. I guess we're going to speed this up. We're still bombing over here. Or excuse me, still attacking over here with our submarines. Let's go and get these moving out. Replace the losses we've taken. You can see we have lost several of our newer submarines. So let's go and get them replaced. And then 2 more into here. But yeah, sinking a ton of convoys. So far, what we're sinking, I can definitely say it's been worth any submarines we've lost. Yeah, this is their job. Sink troops out in the sea so we don't have to fight them on the land. And of course, our air power has assisted with that as well. But yeah, they're not controlling this zone, even remotely close to controlling this zone. But we are controlling this one. Yeah, they're just not able to operate down here. I think it's just too many ships over there, and just we have so little coverage there. Again, continue to get these passive bonuses here. Doesn't affect submarines as much, and you can repair those critical hits, much easier. But yeah, it's still useful to get them. At least they have a benefit for the submarines. And we're just kind of losing submarines here to their air force. Probably not worth it to keep them there, honestly. So we'll pull back these ones here, because yeah, it's just not worth it covering that zone. But we could cover like the Arabian Sea. We'll see if we have a little bit more success over there, perhaps. I guess we can go and replace these losses. We're producing these submarines very rapidly. So let's go and take this entire force and put them over here. Get them out there. Convoy raiding, we'll just pump submarines into the sea and hope that makes an impact. Now, convoy raiding does not do enough, but what we could always do is, put like the submarines on patrol or something. That would help some. I'm wondering how the British are doing with their escorts. Like, could we start sinking capital ships if they're just lacking escorts? Let's just see here. They only have 50-something destroyers left. That is not very many. Cruisers, they have 20-something, which is okay amount, I suppose. But yeah, they barely have any destroyers, guys. That is a small amount considering the fleet size here. So yeah, it's a possibility that our submarines could even have success. They're not. It's not really their job doing patrols or anything like that, but they could end up having some lucky torpedo strikes on some bigger ships. But then we also have to contend with all the destroyers from the other countries around here that we're fighting. Mexico, Ecuador, and Colombia. We've seen that they have some ships. Probably have like small destroyer fleets. But yeah, sinking a shit ton of convoys. And again, I do think that the majority of these are probably troop convoys. We have all these nukes. We have the strategic bombers, and they're all absolutely useless. You can't help. It doesn't help you in a naval conflict, so that's really not helping us in the moment. Again, we're not going to build these until we have the higher level ones. We'll just wait. Having the higher level tactical bombers and fighters, though, would be helpful because they can actually help us in this area. They can do the naval strikes. The tactical bombers aren't great at it, but they can do them. So yeah, we'll send them over there. And another country, Honduras, now joins. Okay, we just finished the cipher as well. So I guess we'll do Honduras next. Or Cuba. We haven't done Cuba yet. So we'll do Cuba. And those passive bonuses do help our planes and our fleets out. We got the Wurgle on this, didn't we? No, June. I just didn't want to miss it again like I did last time. We got that 1940 cruiser hull. Let's go and get the 1944 cruiser hull. As far as how many episodes I think we'll have left, 2, probably. I mean, I guess it depends on how long it takes to get control here. If it takes us forever to get control over there. Did we ever get the... Let me see if they are on their way over here. They're still sitting over here. Well, that's surprising. I know that they don't have any shore bombardment capabilities. That doesn't mean I don't want you doing it, though. Let's just force them over here and see if that does anything. Because, yeah, I don't even know if they're having an effect here at all. Normally, that would increase it just a little bit. It's enough where we might have been able to do the invasions. We'll send them over here, and then maybe we'll put them on a patrol or something. Because, again, I don't really care about those destroyers. So, whatever we have to do to do these two damn invasions here. Because that's all we're essentially waiting on. There's like nothing else for our units to do right now. I suppose we can make sure that they're all trained up. I have them sitting here training. Yeah, these guys are good to go. Let me train this one division up here. These 2 tank divisions as well. Well, these are our invasion force, so yeah, we won't have them in train up. Okay, so yeah, it's still just waiting on getting that claim over there. Yeah, tons of convoys being sunk here. Let's see what's happening in the Asian front. So yeah, Japan still has that conquered. Not really seeing anything here. Thought the British would be a little bit more active. New Zealand's still in the conflict. The Australia has invaded them multiple times with no success. And it looks like the fascists are actually winning in Asia. Wow. Yeah, the People's Front is in fact losing here. That could be one way for us to invade into Yugoslavia without having to go in Asia, is if the fascists are able to win that conflict. We do have some civilian factories, so let's go ahead and make use of those. We already got the radar here all the way up, so getting that good coverage, getting the naval base all the way up as well. As far as other things to do here, yeah, we've already built that up too. So don't need to do that. So yeah, we're pretty much done over here. I think we're done with radar, period, until we get more territory conquered. Yeah, we're good on the radar. There's really nothing we need. So let's just build synthetic refineries, since the rubbers, I guess that's the one thing we do need. So yeah, let's go ahead and just build all this area here and just try to get some more rubber. Yeah, I'm even gonna build in these 30%, whatever. Just build them. So yeah, I just really focus on trying to increase our own rubber reserves. Not getting anything here from Spain, so we're gonna stop with that. We can just trade with the German. Oh, they don't have any more. We'll trade with Austria then. They don't even have enough, so we'll have to trade with the Americans. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, a lot less activity over here ever since southern France was conquered. And yeah, I just can't get control. The fleet is here, so now let's try putting them on patrol. They're probably just gonna get sunk. But I don't know if it ticks it into our favor. We could also just wait until, that would be one option, wait until we got those tactical bombers researched and built, and then we can send them over here so they can help us with bombing. How much has that changed things? Not at all. So yeah, by putting the fleet out there, we're probably just gonna get them sunk. I know it's not very many ships, but yeah, I'll probably just put them back into port, guys. We'll wait until we know that they're gonna make a difference. But let's go and keep on putting these submarines out here, though, because they're making quite a difference. Oops. So I'm gonna put 4 into that one, and yeah, we are taking losses, guys. I haven't been seeing it, but yeah, we're definitely taking losses here. All these numbers are reduced. Let's go and put, how many do they currently have? All right, they have 8 right now. So we're gonna put 1 more in here then. Get them changed over to the Sharks and get them out there convoy ready. Yeah, I just don't know that submarines are gonna be able to do the trick here. Again, it's just kind of part of it. The other option would be to do, since we control the skies, is to get the airborne and do paratroopers. You know, get ourselves a paratrooper division and try dropping. Now that's always risky, because if they are defending it, you could just end up losing those troops. So that's why I prefer doing the naval route. But if it's not an option, then there's really nothing we can do. So this will allow us to annex Afghanistan, and thus we are now done with our annexations, and we can use our political power for other things. With the units that are here, we can take them all and change them up to these guys here, and then get them training once they arrive. Oh, we have more units over here. You know what? I'm just gonna delete these ones. All right, excellent. So Afghanistan has now been annexed. I don't think there's any resources that we need to get over here. We already built in their territory. So that's what it's looking like. That's the final look over here if we weren't to invade into this territory at all. Which I don't want to do because of Japan. If it was just China, like, it'd be fine. You see they're losing here, it'd be done, we'd invade into Sinking. Panama. Oh, interesting. Panama has joined. I feel like it's only a matter of time for the United States joins that faction. I really don't want them to. I don't want to have to invade the U.S. I don't know if I would invade the U.S. if they did join, because a big part of this campaign was I was going to avoid fighting the United States. Like, I really wanted to avoid fighting them in this one. It just feels tedious, fighting the United States. Like, they're not difficult to fight. It just feels more tedious than anything. It's not really a fun region to fight in. I really wish Paradox would improve it some over here, because they do it based on the states, but then you get like these massive states like California that just don't make any sense to be a state in the HOI4 term. Like, this is a huge state, which is very populated and has a lot of stuff. And the biggest problem is with the air bases. You know, the air bases are so spread out, and then it takes so long to get control of the state. I mean, look at that compared to like a state here in Europe, like just size wise. Because you're not really meant to fight in the United States, I feel. And of course they also designed it so that it's broken up by the actual states, which I understand why they did that, and I think they'd be criticized if they didn't, but at the same time it doesn't make for fun gameplay. Portugal, that's fascist Portugal, just declared war on Spain. Neither one of them are in a faction. We'll have to see if this extends the war at all. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Portugal and Spain now. Yeah, we just cannot get control over here to be able to do those invasions. And at least we have something to do here. I keep being late with these invasions, but we at least have something to do here. So the key is, of course, getting to that port as rapidly as we possibly can. I'm going to have this guy go this way. And we don't want to find him in the port, so we won't attack him. Yeah, we'll keep him there, because if we attack him, he might retreat to the port, and then we got to fight him, and I'm just trying to get to the port as quickly as I can. We got the Advanced Submarine Warfare. Let's go and get the last one, Combined Operation Rating. So yeah, we'll finish that up, and then I guess at that point, I'm not sure who we're going to attack next. If Portugal does join against us, you know, if either one of these joins a faction, there will be territory to take in Africa. So we might want to keep that Red Army over here just to take advantage of any opportunities that might arise if either one of these guys join our enemies. Alright, so they quickly capitulated. Excellent. And at that, there's now nothing for us to do here. Yeah, there's really not much for us to do at this point now. Just bring them over here, I guess, and make sure the infrastructure gets built up in any territory we have here. It's already built up. They didn't have anything to do this whole time, so they've just been working on that. As far as who's going to win here, I can't say. Because right now, Portugal is currently winning. Yeah, really hard to say who's going to win on this one. And if they'll get involved here in Africa at all. I'd be curious to see what happens there. But yeah, so far, nobody's joined a faction just yet. We're not even having any success on the convoy raid in here now. Alright. Yeah, we're now in 1947, guys. And still nothing we can do here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we might have to resort to drastic measures. And you get airborne troops because you got to research them. And then you need to build them and trade them. So we might have to do that. If, when we get those tactical bombers and the heavy fighters, if that's not enough for us to get control of the sea there, then it would be our only option. We just got the last cruiser one. The other option, of course, is building the fleet up, but that takes forever. Yeah, it just takes absolutely forever. So yeah, let's go and start working on techs for the cruisers. We'll get them all knocked out before we actually start building them. And hopefully we don't need them. Because then that says that, you know, we're here in 1949 and still haven't invaded Mexico yet. We could put more planes here. I was kind of saving these spots for when we get the larger bombers done here. How are we doing on getting those researched? We almost have our planes done. 14 days here, 1 day there. So essentially, as soon as we get those done researching, we'll get them constructing. I don't think we have the last model, but that's okay. We don't need to wait to get the last one. I just wanted to get these ones that actually have some good stats and some range, those 1941s. So yeah, we will start building the 1940. We'll research the 44 ones as soon as we're done with those two techs. But yeah, we'll start building those 1940 models, and then as soon as we got some air wings, some planes built, then we'll send them out here and see if that'll give us control. You know, obviously they're not going to do it on their own, but if they were able to bomb the fleet that's patrolling here, because as of right now, we really can't bomb much of it. You can see here, I mean, it's just a few zones. So if we were able to better bomb all the ships that are in this area, and maybe even try bombing the dockyards here, which I don't know, they're actually repairing here. Wouldn't be the most efficient place to repair. Yeah, and then we could try bombing the surface fleets here. Maybe that'll allow us to get control. Because otherwise, the only way to get over here is with paratroopers. If we can't get control of the sea, then that's our only option. And I prefer not to do that option because that'd take even longer. So yeah, let's see if we can't do this with the heavier planes and see if we can't get control of the skies and thus the seas. So we'll try that out and see how it works. That'll be next episode. And remember that next episode will not be until Monday. We will not have a Sunday episode. I'm going to take Saturday. Just enjoy Father's Day or celebrate it on Saturday. Just kind of enjoy the day, spend the time with the kids, and just kind of relax or whatever. And we'll pick back up on the series. I'll record that on Sunday, and we'll pick back up on Monday. I did forget to look at the casualties before we end this, so let's do that now. So we're at 117,000. I think we ended the last episode around 111,000 or so. So we did take some casualties here. Some of that to the British. I'm guessing submarines. Probably where we're not fighting really anywhere else. It had to be the submarines. As far as how much damage we did, Chile, we've killed 238,000 of their troops. Again, most of this is all going to be in the sea. Here against the British, 1.6 million, so not much higher there. 61,000. The Germans have done more casualties to Malayans. New Zealand, 96,000. South Africa, 176,000. The Canadians, 64,000 casualties of them. Colombians, 147,000. Honduras hasn't put any convoys out there just yet for us to sink. Ecuador, 128, almost 129,000. Mexico, 318,000. Good God. Haiti, 234,000. Cuba just joined the war not that long ago, 121,000. Which is insane. How many casualties we've caused to them. It looks like Russia got involved in that conflict a bit. Yeah, this is that's a lot of dead. They're sitting at 6.89 million for their total casualties, but look at their fielded manpower. It is higher now than before when the British were at their height, because they have all these other countries in the Americas that are now in their faction, and now they actually have more troops. So the fight for Mexico could be more challenging than you'd expect, depending on where all these troops are placed. But yeah, the fight for Mexico could be a little bit more challenging simply because so many troops will be pumped in there. It's rough terrain as well. So that could end up being a tougher fight whenever we land there. Cuba could be rough as well if we decide to attack Cuba. The Cubans typically have a lot of troops. So yeah, we might have a bit of fight still left, guys, unless all their troops are over here in Asia. We just don't know what everybody's doing just yet, where they have them all. The British seem to be focused more on Asia overall. So yeah, I guess we'll see when we invade. But that is the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.